Top 5 fastest checkmates in the King's Gambit. e4. e5. f4 The King's Gambit. E takes it. King's Gambit accepted. Knight f3. g5. Knight c3. g4. Knight e5. Queen h4 check. g3. Takes. Queen takes g4. g2. Takes. G takes rook h1 to promote a queen. Queen h5. Bishop e7. Knight takes f7. Knight f6. Knight d6 discover check. And double check. King d8. Queen e8 check. Knight takes. Knight f7 checkmate. Number 2. e4. e5. f4 The King's Gambit. E takes it. King's Gambit accepted. Knight f3. g5. Bishop c4. g4. White castles king's side. Black takes knight f3. Knight c3. Black takes g2. Bishop takes f7 check. King takes. Rook takes f4 check. Knight f6. e5. Bishop e7. Queen h5 check. King f8. E takes knight f6. Bishop d6. Queen h6 check. King e8. f7 check. King e7 forced. Knight d5 checkmate. Number 3. e4. e5. f4 The King's Gambit. Knight c6. King's Gambit declined. Knight f3. d6. Bishop c4. Knight f6. d3. Bishop g4. White castles king's side. Bishop e7. Knight c3. Knight d4. F takes e5. D takes it. Bishop takes f7 check. King takes. Knight takes e5 check. King g8. Knight takes bishop g4. Knight takes. Queen takes. Knight takes c2. Queen e6 checkmate. Number 4. e4. e5. f4 The King's Gambit. d6. King's Gambit declined. Knight f3. Knight c6. Bishop c4. Knight f6. Knight c3. Bishop g4. d3. Bishop e7. White castles king's side. Knight h5. F takes e5. Knight takes e5. Knight takes. Sacrifice the queen. Bishop takes queen sacrifice. Bishop takes f7 check. King f8. Bishop takes knight h5 discover check. Bishop f6. Rook takes bishop f6 check. Takes. Bishop h6 check. King e7. Knight d5 check. King e6. Bishop f7 check. King forced to take knight e5. c3. Bishop g4. Bishop f4 checkmate. Number 5. e4. e5. f4 The King's Gambit. E takes it. King's Gambit accepted. Knight f3. g5. Bishop c4. g4. White castles king's side. Black takes knight f3. Queen takes. Bishop h6. d4. Knight c6. Knight c3. Knight takes. Bishop takes f7 check. King takes. Queen h5 check. King g7. Bishop takes f4. Bishop takes. Rook takes bishop. Knight f6. Queen g5 check. King f7. Rook f1. Queen e7. Rook takes knight f6 check. King e8. Knight d5. Queen takes e4. Rook e6. Queen takes. Knight c7 checkmate. Follow chess master.